Good morning. What's been happening at the Pottery? I began a new ceramic instrument project with Peter. I drew hanging planters from start to finish. I show you how I tie a simple cord so the planters can hang. And in the end, we take a wintry walk through Tyresö Castle near Stockholm. Let's begin. This week I started a new project with Peter. I have wanted to make ceramic instruments for a long time. I always thought I would begin when I meet the right musician. Peter understands instruments, I understand clay. So this is where it begins. He brought several instruments with him, including this one, a Hanshoke in NATO. We agreed that I will start by making few test pieces, then we will see where it leads. Let's listen.
So it's got like it's got a nice deep sound, earthy.
Not like the we had in school. What's nokkahuilu? What's that in English?
The recorder.
Oh, it was so terrible.
Yeah. I think the auto drums the easiest because it's just like you said, two bowls. It has this top. It's like a vase, like a big vase.
Both of them.
And then they just carve or cut the hole in the side, so it has.
This kind of.
Yeah.
You can try that. And the first one we just try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I can always send them back to Kulta. They milk the clay.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
This is how I throw my Karljohan hanging planters. After firing, it will turn orange. I use Finnish wild field clay, a terracotta clay. The color comes from the iron in the clay that oxidizes in the kiln. I sell the pots with or without the hanging cord. Many people enjoy macrame, so you can create your own design if you like. So how I tie my planters, hanging planters, is like this. I have 3 ropes and this is the center line. And I just make knots. So I'm not a macrame specialist, I just like very simple ones. Here are a few practical tips. Before using this type of pot, soak it in the water overnight. This terracotta ceramic is porous. If you don't soak it, it can absorb water from the soil. When you change the soil, it's always a good idea to wash the pots. I have an earlier video where I explain how to do that. The link is here in the corner. That's it. I like it simple like this. Over time, the pot will darken. That is part of its charm. At the end of the week, we scrapped the snow off my godson's car. Okko, thank you for lending it to us. Then my sisters and I took a ferry and drove over to Tyresö, just outside of Stockholm. Our relatives had lived there for over 70 years. They are almost 100 years old. My mother's brother Torkel and his wife Lillemor. They recently moved into retirement home and we helped them to empty their apartment. I did not film that. It felt like the end of an era. We have spent so much time with them over the years. We were always welcome. On our way home, we stopped at Tyresö Castle Park. The last residents of Tyresö Castle were Claes and Caroline Lagergren. Charles Lagergren was a marquis and papal chamberlain in Rome. He served at the Vatican for many years. There he met Caroline Russell, an American from New York. With her fortune, they bought the castle. Soon after, it was renovated into national romantic style. The architect was Isak Gustav Karlsson, who also designed the Nordic Museum. In 1930, Claes Lagergren left the castle and its collections to the Nordic Museum. Since 1932, the castle has been open to visitors during the summer season. Walking there feels like stepping into another time. This week reminded me of something simple. You can begin something new. You can care for something old. And both matter.